This is the third annual Sam Adams Combined Events Invitational, and this year the meet has grown exponentially. We had 78 on the start list in 2 different sections for both the decathlon and the heptathlon, and we have a range of collegiate competitors as well as open competitors, a number of Olympians, Olympic champions, world record holders, national record holders. So it's turned out to be quite the event here in Santa Barbara at Westmont.
And Josh, I mean, how is it that you've been able to put this together in such a short amount of time and get all these, world-class athletes here at Westmont?
Yeah, at the end of the day, a lot of people want to be here in Santa Barbara to train and to compete, and so we have the Santa Barbara Track Club, which is based here, which has multiple Olympic hopefuls and elite level athletes, as well as a youth club component to what we do, and then a masters club component as well. But people want to be here to compete because the conditions are generally pretty good, pretty windy today, it turns out, but overall a lot of sunshine and a great place and a great facility to train.
Well, this is our 3rd year here training, and we started training because our coach he actually used to live here and train some multi-event athletes, and he mentioned it, and so we came here and we just kind of fell in love with the place. Being from Oregon, the weather doesn't always cooperate, and us having multiple events, we have to use the shot put ring, the high jump, the pole vault. Rain doesn't really lend itself to optimal practice conditions, so we found those here, and we've been coming back ever since, and it's been great for our preparation. I think we started in 2012, and that year I won the Olympics, and I think I lend a lot of that to some decent training here.
So yeah, it's become part of your annual program coming to Santa Barbara?
Yeah, it has. A lot of the spring months and leading into spring are kind of the most hard to work through in Eugene, where we train mostly. So we come down here and get some training in, and then we're pretty much ready for the season.
You grew up in Eugene, and it's home for you, went to college, all that sort of stuff, have a lot of connections there, but Could you ever see Santa Barbara becoming more of your home base?
I really like Oregon. I think everybody kind of likes where they're from. Yeah. Apple doesn't fall far. But my wife, she loves Santa Barbara, and she's always looking at real estate here, and we always go to the open houses on Sunday. And, it's like a highfalutin area, but there's just fun things to look at. So I could see ourselves one day having a residence here, but who am I to predict the future?
When you're not training, is there something that you've kind of gotten to love to do here in town?
Man, we went parasailing, or paragliding, once, and that was unbelievable. And as soon as we did it, we were like, we're getting our license and we're jumping off those mountains. But we haven't done that yet. Other than that, sitting on the beach, really, and enjoying the sun is it's easy for us to do. I think we don't take it for granted being where we're from. So other than that, kind of walk around the shop, State Street, easy stuff.
Is there anything you're looking to accomplish this weekend?
Yesterday I had some good accomplishments. I wanted to see where my fitness was getting ready for this year, and so far it's better than I thought, so that's good. And today it's more just kind of watching the competition, seeing all the other athletes. I might throw a little bit and kind of just see how my body feels doing that. But other than that, it's mostly to expose myself to the first outdoor track meet.
Yeah, I wasn't here, but from what I heard, it was a pretty awesome 400.
Yeah, it was a good 400. It wasn't my fastest, but it was my 3rd fastest, and all my fastest have come from this track. So
really? Okay.
Yeah, I guess it was good.
But a good start for the outdoor season. Yeah,
it's a good start. I started training late because we had a late season last year, so I guess I expected to do worse, and I guess it's always good that I did better.
I know we still have a couple of events still to go, but what have been the highlights for you seeing out there in the last day and a half?
A lot of highlights. Obviously when we have the world champion high jumping on the track, Jesse Williams, last night, just a little over 7.5. That's a new stadium record that'll probably stand for a while. And then it goes down to the even the young collegiate athletes, maybe a freshman or sophomore, some of them doing this for the first time. And that's a lot of fun to see as well, because a lot of them come in, they're a little bit afraid of the multi, and then they start to get it as time goes on. But the fact that we can provide this type of an opportunity is pretty cool. Having Ashton Eaton and Brianne Tyson Eaton, his wife, and Harry Mara come here and train for the last few years has been incredible. Because in addition to being great athletes and foremost, they are great people. And so you asked about Ashton working with the kids, and there's not too many guys that are at his level that can also just come and relate to a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old and really hit it off with them and just be available to the kids. And that's such a big part of what we do at the Santa Barbara Track Club. And to have them here as guest athletes training, we always love having them here.
And then you've been working with some youth too. You've been really good about kind of connecting and giving back to the community.
Yeah.
What was Wednesday like for you, getting all the Boys and Girls Club kids up here and stuff?
Yeah, since we've been coming here, we've done the youth camp, and it's been good. We have had decent turnout. I think a lot of people in general don't know much about track and field, and then I guess if Santa Barbara specifically, you kind of have kids that are maybe interested in soccer or some other sports. Yeah. And we've had a good turnout, some kids interested and asking questions like, what's that big sharp thing? That's a javelin. Well, what do you do with that? Well, you throw it as far as you can, I guess. So it's been good, and we've had a good response, and it's just about showing kids that there's other options. You know, if you don't like basketball or volleyball or soccer or something, then there's this other thing, track and field, that you can do a lot of stuff in if you want.
I mean, yeah, in your opinion, what is the state of kind of track and field, American track and field right now?
Well, I guess you always have to compare it to what came before, and I would say track and field's history is good. Yeah. I guess it's always struggled to compete with more popular sports like football and basketball and baseball. Why? I don't know. I think with teams and leagues and things like that, there's just more money involved in all kinds of things. So people see LeBron James or whatever on TV and they want to be that guy. Mm-hmm. They don't really see track and field on TV, so they have no idols there. So I think track and field's a small world, and its state really isn't much different than it, I guess.
Cool. Awesome. Anybody else you want to thank, or anything I missed?
Well, I mean, depending on the reach, I guess. Yeah. I don't get to see my family a lot, so miss them, and just working hard.